Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial brought to you by Programium. This is 8th video for our Java playlist, and in this video we will be talking about a very important concept, especially in Java and all other programming languages. So what is this concept? This concept is known as operators. So what are operators and how to use these operators in our Java applications? We will see how to do that. So without any further delay, let's get started and start coding our Java applications. Guys, as you can see that this is the file that we have coded in our previous video. So I'm gonna refactor this file, right click here and refactor, rename file and Java operators. Again I am changing here name of the class. Now you can see that everything is alright and our errors had gone. So what are operators? For understanding what are operators, let me put a comment here and tell you what are the operators. So what are operators? There are many kinds of operators. One is the very famous, which is known as arithmetic operator. Arithmetic. Okay, arithmetic operator. Second is assignment operator. Third one is logical operator. Fourth one is unary operators. Fifth one is relational operators. Okay, let me write definition of the operator. What is a operator? What is a operator? So I will be giving you an example here. Remember in your school or college days you write some numbers. Let me guess here 2, and you have to add in into some other number to get a number, and someone asked here what would be the result of the addition of these numbers. So here let me do one more thing. Here 2 and 18 are the operands, okay, and this and this is the addition sign is known as the operator. Similarly, if you use 18 minus something, then what should be the operator here? This minus sign. As you have an understanding here what are operators, let us see practically how operators work. So let me make some variables here, number 1 and number 2. Let me ask the user what should be the number 1, and then let me again use scanner here for taking input from the user, scanner and system.in. So we have prompted the user to enter the number 1, and to store the number into this number we have to use input.nextInt. Okay, now again I am prompting the user to enter another, what should be the number 2. Okay, now storing that number into this variable. So we got numbers from the user here. Now what to do? We have to use this arithmetic operators. So we will first see arithmetic operators, then unary, then assignment, and then logical, and then the relational operators. And here let me again put a comment here: arithmetic operators. Now let's find what are major arithmetic operators. One is sum, denoted by this sign, and then difference, denoted by this sign, and then product, denoted by this sign, and then division, denoted by this sign, and there is also a division by the name of modulo division, and we denote modulo division by this sign here. Okay, now we will see our practical section here. So I am printing here arithmetic sum is sum of two numbers is number 1 plus number 2. Okay, now I am duplicating this 5 times. So here would be difference of two numbers is number 1 minus number 2. Okay, one more thing here, we have to use this kind of notation so that we don't get an error here. Let me show you what could be the error that can happen here. If we use direct here and hover here, it would say operator minus cannot apply to java.lang.string and integer. Actually, when you concatenate two things in this south statement, Java convert that number or concatenated parts as a string. So to tell the compiler, we have to use here bracket so that compiler first subtract these numbers and then concatenate with this string. Okay, fourth one should be the product. So again I am putting here bracket and the product sign. Arithmetic product of two numbers is, and arithmetic difference of two numbers is, let me again put here a bracket and again putting a bracket here. I will be using here percentage sign. So arithmetic difference of two numbers is, let me compile this by Control Shift F10. What should be the number 1? I would say here 40, and what should be the number 2? I would say here 10. Arithmetic sum of two numbers is this 40, 10. Arithmetic difference is 30, product is 40, and difference of two numbers is 4, and difference of two numbers is 0. So these 4 lines are our expectations. So we got results according to our expectations, but where did this 40 and 10 came from? Actually, let me again tell you one more thing here. Java, when we use south here, as we have seen here with minus sign, actually happens Java concatenate this number with this string and then again this number with this string. So to handle this error, we need to put this number in bracket so that first compiler add these numbers and then concatenate with these numbers. So I am again, one more thing I would like to modify is that instead of just difference, one more thing we have to write here division, and again here division with modulo repair with modulo, and again shift F10. This time I am using 54 here and the number 2 6. So what are the results? Arithmetic, of course, 44 plus 6 60, and difference would be 48, and their product would be 324, and their division would be 59 9, sorry, and there again remainder is 0. So why is here 0 modulo division with modulo? Let me tell you why. Actually, remainder, this division shows us remainder of the division. So let me again run this here and show you what could be the results this time. What should be the number 1? I am using here 10, and the number 2 would be 3. So of course 13 would be sum, 7 would be difference, 30 would be their product, and division would be 3, and the remainder is 1. So these are the arithmetic operators. Okay, now I am writing here arithmetic operator. Okay guys, now we have covered arithmetic operators. Let me again create a new class here, Java class by the name of Unary, and what we have to do first, we have to write here main method, and after that I am telling you what are the unary operators. So what are unary operators? In English, uni stands for 1. Okay, so that means in these type of operations only one operand is used. We mostly used plus plus and plus plus x. What is the difference between them? I will be telling you in this video. So the second one is this, and minus minus x. So let's start coding and see what are the differences in between these 4 terms. First I will be showing demo about these 2 terms, this here and this here. So I am prompting the user to enter an input, enter a number, scanner object here, input is equals to new scanner system.in. I'm using an integer here, number is equals to input dot next int. So I am sorting here number plus plus is equals to plus plus. Let me first use this plus here, and then plus plus number, and sort again minus minus number is equals to minus minus number. I am also sorting here original number is number. Let me compile this file by pressing Ctrl Shift F10. So what should be our number? I am using 10 here, and you can see that first result is 11 and the second result is 10. So let me do this, open these side by side. Let me write here the simple working of these plus x and plus minus minus, plus plus and minus minus, sorry. So what does this mean? This means number is equals to number plus 1. This here plus plus number is the simplified version of this line. So what does this mean? This means number is equals to, where is the what is the value of this number right now? This is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Let me write here 11. So this is the result down here, 11. Now what should be the value of number here? Number is equals to 11 right now, as we have seen here. So 11, what does this operator do? It simply do take value, let me again write here -1. So exactly the same as this plus plus operator here, it simply takes a number or value, subtract -1 from that value, and then reassign that value to that variable. So what should be the result here? As this is 11 right now, so 11 minus 1 is equals to 10, as shown here. Okay, let me again compile this and run this so that your concepts become clear. So this time I am using 21 here, and 21 plus 1 is equals to 22, and 22 minus 1 is equals to 22. I hope so all concepts related to these plus plus and this number would be clear. So now what about these numbers here? For this I have to comment these two lines here. I am commenting this, and after that I am shouting here number plus plus is equals to, let me put here number plus plus, and shout number minus minus is equals to number minus minus. So let me run it here, enter a number. I am using here 21. So original number is 21, and here it is showing again 21, but here is 22. What is happening right now? So guys, here I would be telling you how unary operators work. So there are two types of unary operators. Let me show you what these operators look like. So imagine there is a variable whose value is 10. First, this is the unary operator, and if we perform action here on this variable, it would simply increment this value by 1. This is the slogan: first increment, then use further. And other type of operator is this: first, again let us assume that an integer is whose value is 10, and now we are using this kind of unary operator here. Now what would be the result? Would the value of that operator would remain same. Why? Because they first use the variable and then increment this variable for further use. Let us jump into Intellij and see what is happening right now. As guys, you have seen the results of these two lines, so let me comment this out and see what would be the result of our other case. So I am using here number plus plus is equals to number plus plus, and again I am using here number minus minus is equals to number minus minus. So let us see what would be the result of these two lines. So enter a number. I am using here 32, and original is 32. What happened here? The compiler kept that value first, and after that it is showing here 33. What's happening here? Let me show you here. So let me put comments here, lot of comments, a multi-line comment. Value is 32, let me equals there. What happens, we see in our slide, what happens when we use these kind of unary operators. Actually happens, first compiler use the value of that variable and then do operation on it. What should have to be happen here first is that compiler would reassign the value of both these variables, and after that the compiler would increment this value by 1. So I am using this kind of notation here so that you can see that first the compiler reassigns the value to this variable again, and after that what kind of depending upon the type of the unary operator, it does some kind of operations on it. So that's the reason the value of the number remains 32 here, so it showed 32 here. But what happened to this 33? It should have to be decremented right now. So what happened here, now our value for the number is, let me use number here, is 33. Why? Because as I told you, the first thing in these kind of operations is that the compiler reassigns the value to this variable, and after reassigning it increments its value. So assignment had done here 32 is equals to 32. Now compiler incremented this value by 1. So what should be the value here? 32 plus 1 is equals to 33, of course. So the value of this number here is 33. So now why is this operator printing 33 here instead of 32? I am telling you again. First, what happens in this kind of operations, compiler reassigns the value to this variable and then uses this value, and after that perform specified operations on this number. So what is the operation here? Minus minus. So what does that mean? That means number minus 1. So what is the value should be here? Its value should be 32 again. Let me again print this out. What is the number here? Is number. So let me run this and show you what should be the result here. I am again entering 32, pressing enter, and you can see that sum is, original number is 32, and unary operation is 32. After that the number after subtraction is 33, and again the result is 32. So that's the theory of how these operators work. So I am putting this here right now, and I am cutting these values from here and pasting them here. One more thing guys, I would like to tell you here is that these are pre-increment operation. Yes, operation, and these are post increment operation. So I hope so that these concepts will become clear, and guys, if you have any questions, ask me in comments below. Guys, now we have covered these two operators here. To understand these three operators, we need to have understanding of these conditional statements. So we will be making a video on these conditional statements, what are these, how to use them, and what are the benefits of using these statements in our Java application. So enough for this video. Until our next video, stay tuned, and don't forget to like our videos, subscribe our channel, and share with your friends. Goodbye.